It's time, gamers. Time to get that video game adrenaline pumping once again. Hi, I'm your host PG, and you've just entered the lab.
The Phantom is trying to disappear.
We've got a lot of catching up to do, people. Let's get into high gear with our reviews on Stuntman Ignition and Killzone 2. Stuntman Ignition. It's an old one, also very underrated.
Every mangled mass of steel has a story to tell.
Released in 2007, Stuntman Ignition was one of those games I found real hard to start playing. Even after reading reviews and hearing positive things about the game, I just couldn't get the words "silly gimmick" out of my head. Yeah, I had this one on the lab's shelves for a long time. Recently, I decided to give it a shot. I mean a real shot, because I had put it in before. It just never quite grabbed me. But now, well, now I have a different take on this baby. Stuntman Ignition is a really good game. Even though the thought of playing a game based on a Hollywood stunt driver's career isn't the most appealing concept, this game works. You see, after playing chaotic games like Full Auto and a few others, I just figured Stuntman couldn't possibly be as good, but it is in its own way. First up, I'll explain the concept. A very good one in my opinion, even though it's what kept me from playing the game in the first place. It's the kind of thing that once you're in the right frame of mind, it will grow on you fast, real fast. You're a Hollywood stuntman who starts off in the career mode trying to prove himself to a director. After pulling off some pretty sweet driving, you're hired, and one job leads to the next, and so on. What you have to do is follow directions well, and not be afraid to think outside the box and impress the director with some unexpected excitement. You have a bar on screen that strikes out each time you follow up a stunt. If you strike out too many times, then the director gets upset, and you don't want that.
Cut! You're new at this. I'm sure you're nervous. Just relax and hit those marks.
That's the basic idea of Stuntman Ignition, but let's explore the game a bit deeper. Let's talk graphics. The visuals in Stuntman Ignition are good, really good, just in a dated way. All the environments are well designed, the vehicles are modeled well, and the animations are pretty fluid. I also played it in all its HD glory, so I'm sure that helped to add some eye candy. The voice acting is also good, ranging from the guy who's introducing you to the game and its elements to elitist and redneck directors. Everyone sounds convincing.
Alright, stuntman. Let's see what you can do behind the wheel of this bad boy.
All the other elements that make up the game's audio is also pleasing. The crashes, the engine sounds, and all the other crackle and pops the game offers. The game also offers some good replay value. Now, I'm not the kind of gamer who sits and plays the same game over and over, especially after completing it. But Stuntman Ignition's fun factor is so high, you'll feel compelled to play it again and again, even in career mode. Lots of times I play through a scene, and after going through, the director says something less than inspiring, and I immediately feel the need to run through it again.
Cut! We've got a tight schedule, so I suppose that'll have to work.
Also, with the multiplayer features and quick fix options, you'll have even more reason to replay it. On the topic of game options, let's get into some of the other great reasons to play this game. Other than the career mode, you can jump straight into the action with quick fix mode or go online in the exciting multi-clash mode, where you can go head to head with gamers all over to see who is the real stuntman.
Welcome to Multi-Clash, kid. This is where stuntmen come to let loose, hone their skills, and battle it out backlot style.
This multi-clash is really cool. I like the way Paradigm Entertainment went about this mode. Other than performing and stringing together stunts like you would in career mode, you can smash into your opponent and take all his hard-earned points for yourself in one go. This makes for some really aggressive competition. The only problem right now with multi-clash mode is, well, I don't know. Maybe I really took too long to get into this game because trying to find a match online isn't an easy task. But, and this is a big one, you do have System Link. Yes, there is local play, but System Link is always welcome. Another thing about the online aspect that's good is the marketplace. You can go buy all kinds of cool stuff to keep you entertained. Only thing is, the game is dated, so you might not want to blow your valuable points on it. Cool to have the option though. You also have Constructor mode, where you can create your own custom tracks and go have a blast with what you've created. Way cool. Stuntman Ignition also offers some pretty easy pick up and play controls. Nothing complicated, but even though the controls are a snap, the actual game isn't. Some of these stunts you have to pull off can get a bit tedious. Lucky for us, the game's fun factor will keep you going. So when driving through some of these crazy tracks and getting confused by all the stuff going on screen at the same time, you won't feel that bad starting over again.
Oh! He still get paid for that? Welcome to Crash Club, man! What's the first rule of Crash Club? Don't crash!
Another good thing about this game is the ability to save your replays. You see, for a game like this one, with all the dynamic, over-the-top action scenes, you might want to keep a few of your better moments on records, because these replays do look nice. The vehicles offered in Stuntman Ignition are also cool. Nothing too deep that will make the gearheads put away Gran Turismo, but still cool for what it is, an arcade-style game. The controls do get a bit clumsy in certain parts though, like with the monster truck. The only thing I could say about Stuntman Ignition on the bad side is, well, it's not for everybody. And it doesn't do much in the way of converting those who really aren't interested in the genre. Because even though I liked it after sitting with it for a while, I always did like a chaotic car game. So it was like preaching to the converted with me. But for a gamer who just want a regular car game with little to no chaos, this game probably wouldn't grab their attention. Plus we have other greats like Burnout Paradise that offers its fair share of chaotic driving scenes. Maybe that's why this game was overlooked. That and the fact that once you're able to look past the crazy stunts and all the excitement, there isn't much else to it. But then, pick your games wisely. Don't go looking for a Project Gotham style game and pick this up. It's completely different. It's not even a real racer. So with all that said, we think Stuntman Ignition is one really good but underrated title that deserves an 8 out of 10.
Cut! Printed! Let's move on to the next shot.
Stick around gamers, our review of Killzone 2 is up next.